Alrighty. What's up, my peeps? Peter Joseph here for another video right here on the main channel, Killer of Demons 669. And as always, make sure you like the video and subscribe right now to this very channel and my other channels down there. You know where they are in the description box below. And as always, friend me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Instagram. If you're real, if you're not, you need a serious smack in the face and a life. Seriously. Like, seriously. But Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, follow me all over the goddamn place. And as always, tap and slap that bell. Turn on all notifications so you don't miss a goddamn thing. And if you do, well, fuck you, man. That's pretty much it. You missed it, you're SOL. And you know what that means. And that's it. And don't forget to share the video all over the internet as well. And if this is your very first time watching, welcome to the party, pal! I hope you enjoy the ride. And if not, you can hop off and go suck somebody else's dick. That's very small. And that's pretty much it. You don't like it? Get out of here. Go fuck yourself. And that's pretty much it. Go on somebody else's channel with, like, 45 subs and barely gets, like, 5 views on a gaming video. Garbage! But it is what it is. People actually watch my shit. And that's true. It's true. It's damn true. And if you don't like it, like I said, fuck off. And that's it. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the very first day of fall, and boy did it feel like it. 63 degrees here in New York City. We're getting a lot of rain today, on and off, from Tropical Storm Ophelia. A lot of wind too. And it's going to last all the way to goddamn Monday. That sucks. But it is what it is. But hopefully, got tomorrow, we got Monday, and then Tuesday it'll be a little bit cloudy, but the warm weather will be returning. It's going to be around the 60s, and then by the beginning of October, next Sunday, it's going to be back up to around 75 degrees. That's pretty nice. I don't really like, fall's okay, but, it fluctuates here and there, so. But, it is what it is. The summer is over, and now the fall has begun. And we'll see how it goes between now and pretty much the end of December, right before my birthday, the greatest day in the world, and when the winter begins and the horrible season that it is. Trust me, if you live in the Northeast, you know. And that's pretty much it. So enjoy the fall season. We got Columbus Day coming up in 2 weeks from Monday. And we got Halloween a little over a month from now, so that's pretty cool. And then we got Daylight Savings Time coming up right as we start November, turn the clock back. And then, before you know it, it's Thanksgiving. The holiday season is pretty much fast approaching. Thanksgiving, the greatest month in the world with the greatest days in the world. And then pretty soon, this year is done. And that's it. That's pretty much it. So enjoy the rest of this year. We got about 14 weeks to go. 15 weeks to go of the year. It's going to go by really quick. And then, like I said, before you know it, 2024 hits. Brand new year, brand new slate. Hopefully for some people. And we move on into the rest of 2024 into the future. And whatever comes our way. That's it. Alright, enough about that. Boo, funky! Hope everybody's having a great Saturday, a great weekend. Make the most of it. If it's raining where you may be, or if it's sunny where you may be, I hope you had a great day. And if you didn't have a good day, well, maybe tomorrow will be better for you. And that's that. Alright, we got Collision coming up in 39 minutes. So, we got that. I will do Collision. I'm going to try to do it tonight, so I don't have to really do it tomorrow, because I got a lot of things to do tomorrow. So I'm going to try to get Rampage up after after Collision goes off the air, I'm going to try to get Rampage up, and then maybe a little bit later tonight, probably around a little late night, probably about 12, maybe 12, 1 o'clock, depending on how I feel, I will get Collision up, so that way you can get your triple threat on your Saturday, and then Sunday, taking the day off. Hopefully, but we'll see what happens with that. And we move on. Alright. So, as the title ball says in this particular video, it is time for your late and out-of-date WWE Smackdown review for September the 22nd, 2023. We'll get fast approaching. We're 2 weeks away from this video, 2 weeks away from today. Fastlane coming your way. So that's going to be pretty good. We still don't have an actual goddamn match for Fastlane. Though last night we kind of did get one match, but officially hasn't been signed, sealed, and kind of official yet. It's semi-official. We've got a tag team match with that, and there is going to be another main event, most likely Seth Rollins and Shinsuke Nakamura. Their third match, which possibly will have a stipulation we'll see on Monday when Shinsuke responds to Seth's little challenge. And we got that, and we'll see what else happens on the show. So WWE's kind of, well, not really pulling a Tony Khan with the last minute matches, but right now we have two possible matches. And one of them, like I said, Shinsuke Nakamura taking on Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship. Possible stipulation. And the second match was made official kind of official last night, and we'll get to that. It's going to be a big-time tag team match, but we'll see what happens with that. Alright, so SmackDown emanated from the Desert Diamond Arena in Glendale, Arizona. Yeah, right near Phoenix. So, it said Phoenix, but Glendale. So, a suburb, but if you will. You got that. And as always on Friday nights, our commentary team of Mitchell Cole, Corey Slaves, and that idiot Kevin Patrick Milov. And we got that. Alright, so last week we saw the ending where Jimmy Uso and Solo Mibuki basically beat the living shit out of John Cena and the phenomenal AJ Styles. We got that. So we'll see what happens this week on the program. Alright, so we start off on Fox. We're still on Fox until January 2024. That's when SmackDown goes to USA. As far as Raw and SmackDown go, we don't know yet. Don't know if they're going to stay on or we're going to go on another network. Another day, they're saying. Maybe Raw might be going on Wednesdays. That's the rumor. That's going to be Tony Khan's worst nightmare. Because Raw can get a off baseball season, forget it. They can get like 1.6, 1.8 on a Wednesday night and really fuck up Tony Khan and the ratings for the Wednesday Night War. So that's basically not even a war, it's just like a slaughter. So I think Hunter and Nick Khan, and Stephanie, hi Steph, they're really thinking, it's like, hey, let's move Raw to Wednesday nights, call it Wednesday Night Raw. Put on whatever channel it can go on, maybe keep it on the USA Network, but put it on a different day. And then we'll have the Wednesday Night Wars, that's not even a war, and Raw will just destroy freaking AEW, which will be sad, but then again, you never know. You never know. But we're still on Raw for Monday nights and NXT for Tuesday nights as of right now, but that can change in the next few months, but we'll see. Alright, so we start off SmackDown with, one idiot like Cody Rhodes who's gonna open Raw this Monday night. Ugh. So get your Nitro ready. So we start off with another douchebag that really talks in monotone voices, and basically it's missionary position every single night. Ugh. It's John Cena. So he comes out with his garbage-looking aqua blue shirt. Yeah. Hi, kids. You can't see me, kids.
You can't see me. No, you can't see me. Can you see me? No, you can't see me. Fight knuckle shuffle.
I do it for the kids. Anyway, so Cena comes out, gets a stupid ovation from the fucking marks in the crowd, the stupid kids. Talks about doing a lot of things since returning, pretty much like last month. And the fans like, what? And he's playing it off like, I returned. I had a match. What? I'm going home. What? Good. I wouldn't want that. I'm like, I'm going home. Yay! Right after Backlash. Good night. Good night, Cena. Go back to Hollywood and make more boring as fuck freaking made-for-DVD movies. Well, besides F10, Fast and Furious. That's, who cares about that? Who cares about that? Because your character died! They're not much of a part then in F9 and 10. And, that's pretty much it. So anyway, we move on. Alright, so he talks about all that, including being a referee. And eventually Cena admits defeat and says, now it's a little bit different. Well, tonight is a little bit different than any night he's had since he's been back. So I want to have a match. I'm mad. I want to have a match. So he wants a match, and he wants it with the Bloodline. Bad idea. So he talks about that, but he's like, he talks about last week, got beat up by AJ, Soto and Jimmy, but he has a phenomenal partner in AJ Styles. So he wants to face the Bloodline, and then he calls out AJ. AJ comes out on cue, and then AJ's like, so we have a similar problem here, John. He's like, I'm in. So, looks like we're going to get a tag team match, which was announced for Smackdown. It was supposed to be AJ and Cena taking on Solo and Jimmy. And speaking of them, if they come out, minus the wise man, my name is Paul Heyman. They come out, they get right near the ring, and they're like, Cena and AJ are all ready to go. Come on, let's go! And then Solo and Jimmy, smart men that they are, say, not worth it. That's it. So we move on from that. So I gave that first segment 3 out of 5 stars. We go to break, we come back, we see Adam Pearce walking in the back. AJ and Cena come up to him and beg him for a match. And then Adam's like, well, I have to talk to Paul Heyman first. And then Cena, so he leaves to go talk to Paul Heyman. And AJ and Cena are like, what? Can you say that in my good ear? So, something, Paul is up to something. That guy, the walrus, the wise man, he's always up to something. Has to run it through Roman, of course. So we got that. So I give that 3 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we go to the arena. We are ready for our first match of the night. A tag team match, player. We have the Street Profits, Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford, coming out with Bobby Lashley as they take on the LWO of Rey Mysterio, Booyaka Booyaka, and Santos Escobar with the lovely, vivacious, holy shit, she looks good, Sabina Vega at ringside, and she looks good. Well, don't say she's not, because she'll hit you with a chunkla. Anyway, this match was alright. Bobby at ringside, the new mean streak of the Profits, and, well, I guess we can call them the street business, because now Bobby is with them, trying to bring out that mean streak in the Profits, and kind of starting to work, but sadly this match not so much for the Street Profits. As we get near the end of the match, I'm going to go quickly with this review, because I got other things to do, and Collision's coming on. Anyway, so we get near the end, and Escobar catches Montez Ford up top with a super Hurricane Rana for a near fall. Goes for the Phantom Driver, gets broken up. Angelo Dawkins comes back in and hits a sky high D'Lo Brown's move on Ray for a near fall of his own. And then Lashley, Bobby, gets in a cheap shot behind the referee's back, which doesn't sit well with Angelo Dawkins. It's like, hey, we don't cheat here. What are we doing here? And then Ray, out of nowhere, grabs a sunset flip. 1, 2, 3. The LWO get the win, I should say. And the match was alright. 2.5 out of 5 stars. And then after the match, Bobby is pissed. He just looks at Dawkins and Montez Ford. He's pissed. Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins like, what did you hit him for, you idiot? So, a little bit of miscommunication between Bobby and the Street Profits. But, Michael Cole with a good point that their new mean streak is not going so well. It's not, clicking. Might need some seasoning. So we got that. But Bobby is not a happy camper. And that's all I got. Then we move on. Alright, after that, we get a look back at Dwayne, The Rock, what he did last week when he made his shocking return, and where he buried Austin Theory, and then they, Michael Cole mentions like 154 million views on that video and all that shit. And he's like, if you smell now, blah, blah, blah. And then Kevin Patrick and Mike and Corey Graves like, come on, keep going, Michael, keep going. I'm like, what the fuck's that? Marks. Fucking marks that they are. Talks about that. And then out of nowhere, Austin Theory comes out, starts yelling at Michael Cole and Corey Graves and Kevin Patrick. I'm like, yeah, go smack fucking Michael Cole around. Smack him in the face, and then I'll have his job. But he didn't do that. Sadly, he did not do that. Damn it! So he's like saying, oh, I should get credit for that 154 million views. Oh, yeah, he kind of has a point. He was there. So he has a point. Kind of like my 2 million hits, right? Credit where credit is due. So if you think that I can't get credit for 2 million views on an In This Moment video that I was in, Austin Theory can get credit for 154 million views. Because he was in the video too. So, point proven, goodbye. So don't give me that shit that, oh, you don't get credit for the video because it's not your video, not on your channel. Bullshit. Bull funky. You can't win. You can't debate me because you have no valid proof and no valid point. So, get over it. I'm not mad that Austin Theory gets 154 million views. I don't give a shit. Am I gonna say, oh, it's not you weren't there, it's not your freaking video there, Austin Theory, it's not just about The Rock. I'm not gonna get mad. Why would I get mad? But all you motherfuckers out there that think that I want to say that I can't get 2 million views on my own channel. I don't even give a shit if I get 2 million views on my channel. If I put it on there, I know it wouldn't get 2 million. I get what I get. But I'm still part of the video. So I do get credit for those 2 million plus hits. So deal with it, bitches, because you can't debate me on it. You can't. So go fuck yourselves. And suck my dick, bitches. You fuckboys. That's that. We move on. Alright, so I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Then we get a vignette promo from, well, we haven't seen these lovely ladies in a while. The Witches of Smackdown, former NXT Tag Team Champions. That's Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. They imply their magic is the reason why the women's tag team belts have been cursed as of late. Everybody's getting hurt. Well, there you go. There you go. The witches of Smackdown that put a curse on the women's tag team division and the titles. That's why Sonya Deville sadly got hurt. She's out about a year. And then Piper Niven, of all people, gets hurt. She wasn't medically cleared, now she's back. And pretty much they're gonna lose to Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark. I just hope both of them don't get hurt, even though freaking Jax is around. Kinda really fucked everybody up on Monday Night Raw last week. Freaking Mommy Rhea Ripley's day-to-day with bruised ribs. Raquel Rodriguez got whiplash. I wouldn't be surprised if we hear on Monday night that we don't see Zoe Stark, Chelsea Green, Piper, Shayna, all of them are hurt because of freaking fat Nia Jax. You know. I mean, we have to see what happens with that, but maybe that's the reason why everybody's getting hurt, because they put a curse on the WWE. It's like, oh, we're going to bring back Nia Jax. Who knows? But great to see Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. So kind of last night was like a showcase for people that, we haven't seen in a while. And with all the releases and everything, Matt Riddle got released last night, obviously because of his stupidity from the JFK incident where he supposedly got sexually harassed and sexually abused or whatever it was. The dude's a fucking maniac. He's an idiot. Great wrestler, no doubt about that. Great wrestler, the whole thing with RK Bro. Great wrestler, champion galore, blah, blah, blah. But outside the ring, he is a bitch. He gets into too much trouble outside of the ring. Would it be weed or he was intoxicated? Would it be weed or alcohol? And he tries to play it all. It's like, oh, the cops at JFK airport sexually harassed me. Yeah, but you were drunk. You were disorderly. You were acting disorderly, douchebag. You dumb fuckboy. Your fault that you got released. You don't have a job right now. Your fault. And boy, is his ex-girlfriend on Twitter going crazy. She is loving it. Man, that's one scorched bitch. Whew. I mean, but it is what it is. But it looks like Riddle might go back to the UFC because he was at some dojo with Shayna Baszler. They had a photo on Twitter. So, I mean, we won't see him in the ring until January of 2024. But it is what it is. So there you go. We move on. Alright, after that Alba Fire segment and Isla Dawn, I give that 2.25 out of 5 stars. We go to the back where we see Austin Theory talking up a storm, and he's all pissed off. And then, he did it. Grayson Waller comes in, and they talk, and then they run into the brawling brutes of Ridge Holland and Butch, who start mocking them and say, you got beat up by the Rock, blah, 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 blah. So then they argue, and they say, hey, why don't we have a match? We have a match right now. And then we see Adam Pearce come in and say, oh, you know what? Let's make that official. And then Grace's like, I got nothing to... I have a segment. That got canned. So we got Grayson Waller and Austin Theory once again teaming up for the second time to take on Ridge Holland and Butch in a little bit. So let's see what happens with that. So I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Then we get a nice video package about my two wives fighting against each other for the sake of my dick. I mean, the Women's World Championship. We have Asuka challenging Io. That's it. It would have been nice if we had some Japanese-style promos. Hunter. Damn it. Well, we might get that later, but we'll see. So we had that, so I thought it was pretty nice. Alright, then we see Adam Pearce going into the Bloodline's room, whatever it is, dressing room. Talks to, my name is Paul Heyman. But we see Jimmy and Solo there. Jimmy is like talking up a storm about weird things, and Solo's just standing there. And then Adam Pearce has like a contract, and he gives it to Paul. Paul's like, we didn't sign up for this. The match ain't happening tonight, or Fastlane. Just a weird segment. So I give that a weird 2.25 out of 5 stars. And we get that. Alright, there we go to your match of the night for the Smackdown Women's title, or the WWE Women's Championship. We have the lovely Io Sky. Oh, she's so gorgeous. Taking on my first wife, Asuka. Nobody is ready for Asuka. Sick my motherfucking dick. Well, both women can get the D, respectfully. But anyway, we have Bayley, give me a hug, and Dakota Kai at ringside. So they start the match, and then next thing you know, Horseface Charlotte Flair comes out, sits at ringside to watch. She watched a good match, I'll say that. But back and forth they went. Asuka grabs a Fujiwara armbar, trying to weaken the arm of Io. Gets broken up. Asuka with the kicks of doom. They go to the outside. There was a little bitty botch. I think it was by Asuka. I think it was by Asuka trying for a powerbomb off the sunset flip bomb off the apron. Really didn't get it. Then she kind of just plop. Then they fight on the floor. Asuka tries to go for a kick on the ring post and missed. Oh, that had to hurt. So we get that, and then we move to the end of the match. Asuka locks in the Asuka lock, and then Io got out of it, makes the ropes, and a kick to the head by Asuka for a near fall. Then we get another cross arm breaker into the Asuka lock again. And it was near the ropes, and the referee was trying to see if Io can tap, but Bayley was right behind the referee, and she puts Io's foot on the rope for a break. Hey, Bayley, you did something for a change. You did something good. I'm proud of you. So we get that, and then Charlotte gets out of her goddamn seat, walks around the ring, and then gets in Bayley's face, knocks her out. But referee didn't see it didn't see it at first, but then he had to kind of break everything up. I was like, hey, get on, what are you doing here? And then that distraction led Io to come off the ropes with that running whiplash knee to the back of Asuka. She was done. Goes up top, hits the over the moonsault. I was going to say over the rainbow moonsault. What's what it is. The over the rainbow moonsault. Goes for the cover. 1, 2, 3. Io Sky gets the win. I'm not mad about it. I am not mad that Asuka lost a title match. I'm not mad, but at least Io won, which she should. So, under 19.5-minute match, but this match was great. 3.5 out of 5 stars. I think we might see a rematch, or the dreaded triple threat match at Fastlane between Asuka getting her rematch because she got fucked over by Bayley and Charlotte, so it might be a fatal 4-way match. I hope not, but we'll see. Because we do got Charlotte and Bayley one-on-one this coming Friday night. Why? I don't know. And we'll see what happens with that. And as far as Asuka goes, she's pissed. She's pissed. And that's it. So Io gets the win to retain the belt. Match I gave 3.5 out of 5 stars. And that's it. We move on. Alright, then, like I said, Adam goes back into the Bloodline dressing room. He has the contract for the main event. I thought it was for tonight. And then Paul's fine with the match, but not now. We're going to do it at Fastlane. So there's your first official match, technically. So he's like, we're going to sign the contract later on. So he's like, does that work for you, Paul? And then Jimmy's like, well, that works for me. And then Adam Pearce leaves, and Paul's like, what? I was like, you forget how we do things here? We gotta, Roman approves the decisions here, not you. And then Jimmy's like, "Oh, I'll see you later." And Solo's like, "Don't worry. After tonight, there will be no main event for Fastlane." So then Heyman's all, call Roman Reigns. My tribal chief, something's bad. Oh boy. It is what it is. That's that. The Bloodline storyline is starting to get really weak now. I'm sad to say that. It is getting weak. And Roman's just sitting at home, or on a island of relevancy, banging his hot wife, doggy style, because he doesn't do missionary position. I'll tell you that much. So he's just sitting back, sitting pretty, 1,100 and God knows how many days, 1,100 plus days as champ. We're not going to see him until Crown Jewel. Well, actually, we won't see him until the end of October. October 27th to be exact. Right before Crown Jewel, I think the week before, to see who he actually faces. Not that it matters because he's going to win. I mean, it doesn't matter who Roman faces at Crown Jewel. He's going to win. Obviously. He's not losing that belt anytime soon. Not this year. Most likely not next year. Especially to Dwayne. If he loses the belt to Dwayne, I think everybody's going to fucking riot. Well, at least it isn't Cody, though. That's the good thing. It's not the Cody. But, yeah. Yeah, he ain't losing to Dwayne. Dwayne's gonna put him over. He's gonna remain the tribal chief. Gonna break Hogan's 3-year record. 1250. He's gonna be gone probably by the end of this year. Well, actually, maybe early, probably by the Royal Rumble or by the Elimination Chamber. Hogan's 3-year record will be gone. And then the next step is 1,500 plus. That's Hogan's 5-year reign. Maybe he breaks that. And then really next up on the list is 2 more guys. And that's Bob Backlund and and Bruno Sammartino with his 8-year plus reign. 2,800 days plus. And people are like, oh, this has got to end. No, I don't think it's going to end anytime soon. Until who? That's the question. Who? Because it's not going to be The Rock. It's definitely not going to be Cody. Because a lot of people in WWE are saying, oh, Cody ain't going to win the belt. He's not going to be a world champion. Well, not the undisputed champion. Maybe the world champion, but that's totally different from being the undisputed champion. Totally different. But he can say, the story will end. I will become World Heavyweight Champion. The story will end. I will finish the story. No, you didn't, because you didn't beat Roman. So, Cody, you can go fuck yourself. Bitch. MDK all day, Cody! Yeah! So we got that. But, yeah. There is nobody on that roster that can beat Roman. Nobody. Except maybe, this is a maybe, Solo. Maybe Solo does it. It's the man to finally do it. Solo. Walter maybe has a chance. Maybe. But really, those 2 guys, plus maybe Jimmy and Jay, 4 guys. You got 4 guys that can maybe, maybe 5. At 5 or 6. Drew McIntyre and maybe Seth Rollins. Maybe. So you got about 5, maybe 6 guys that have a good chance to beat Roman. But right now, no. Nobody. Not no one, not no how. So nobody's going to beat Roman, so deal with it. Please, for the love of God, just deal with it. The guy that should be number 1 in the PWI 500, but as we all know, the PWI 500 is shit. How do you put Seth Rollins number 1? That makes no sense to me. Freaking Roman had a better year than Seth freaking Rollins. And then you put Moxley at number 3? Moxley, I would put it in the top 5. Seth Rollins, I would have moved down a notch. At least a notch or 2. But I would have put MJF at number 2. I don't even know where he was. I think he was in the top 10 at most. But Roman at number 2? Are you fucking crazy? There, PW Insider? Come on. Or Pro Wrestling Illustrated, whatever it is. Are you mental? Roman not number 1. And then what makes it worse, last night Michael Cole calls John Cena the greatest of all time. Are you serious, Michael Cole? The greatest of all time, just because he has 16 world titles. Big fucking deal. He is not the greatest of all time. Because you want to know who the greatest of all time is? The GOAT of all GOATs. That is the motherfucking Undertaker. With Roman as a close number 2. Cena, you can kiss your ass back into the number 5 slot. John Cena, the greatest of all time. Bullshit. What's so great about him? 16 world titles. Big fucking deal. He was rammed down our throats for 10, almost 12 years during the fucking PG era. Roman, in that, in sense, he was rammed down our throats for what, 2, 3, almost 3 years? I got sick of it. I was like, get this guy out of here. Fuck this guy. But then, he... with the whole leukemia thing, it kind of gave me more perspective about the guy. I kind of felt bad for the guy. And I apologized to him, I apologized to his fans, and now I have a big respect for Roman. I'm probably one of his favorite fans, next to Issa, of course. And no, I did not like Roman because of Issa. Get that through your heads that I did not subscribe to Issa just because she has a major obsession with Roman Reigns. No, that is not the case. I only subbed to Issa because she's hot. That's why, basically. No, because she's more knowledgeable than half you dumb people on this fucking internet. She has more freaking not much knowledge, but she has more passion than a jerk off like JD, a simp like JD, and Joe Cronin combined. Issa's number 1. Issa is the best. Issa is number 1. Number 1 in your scorecard and number 1 in your heart. Well, my heart. But it is what it is. I love him. He's one of my best friends. Along with some of the members of her chat. And they're real friends, assholes. I digress. Alright, let's move on from that. Alright, so, we got a contract signing at the end of the show. Between the Bloodline, Solo and Jimmy taking on Cena and AJ Styles. Or so we think. We'll get to that in a minute. Alright, after that, we got a nice, funny video. We have the Yes Boys! Yes Boys! So we see Kit Wilson in the hospital where he's still injured. Elton Prince still has that shoulder injury. So he's in bed. He drops his drink by accident. Needs some assistance. Okay, we get that. And then we get a training montage of Elton trying to recover the drink. Doesn't go so well. Then we see Kit Wilson throwing a tennis ball at him. He's like, ball. He's having a little bit of problems trying to catch the ball and everything. Then it has like Rocky style montage where he's starting to get the hang of it. You get the big ass fucking ball going and everything. Everything is fine. Blah, blah, blah. And then the orthopedic surgeon comes in and says, oh, you're fine. Says, you're fine, Elton Prince. You are medically cleared. And then Elton Prince is all in tears. And then, Wilson, we see Wilson, pulling his hair. He's like, ah! It's okay! It's okay! Oh, it's so great. The Yes Boys! Ooh. I can't wait till they come back, man. That's going to be epic. Give them the titles. Give them the titles. And we'll see what happens with that. So I get that 3.25 out of 5 stars. Let me move on. Alright, Collision's going to start in 4 minutes. I got to finish this off. Alright, then we go to the Brawling Brutes, Rich Holland and Butch. Taking on He Did It, Grayson Waller and Austin Theory. It was an okay match. Little chicanery near the end. We get an Alabama Slam. Gets a near fall on Austin Theory by Rich Holland. Grabs the Boston Crab. keeping Austin Theory in trouble, but Grayson Waller manages to send Butch into the ring post. He comes in, hits the rolling stunner on Ridge Holland to save Theory from tapping out, and then Theory picks him up, hits 8-Town down. 1, 2, 3. Grayson Waller and Austin Theory 2-0. Now, break him up, give him a title shot. Why not? So, their 2-0 match was alright. 2.5 out of 5 stars. And that's pretty much it. Alright, after that, we get a rundown of what's coming up next week on SmackDown. We got Rey Mysterio defending the U.S. title against Santos Escobar. And also, we got Horseface Charlotte Flair taking on Bayley. Give me a hug. And that's pretty much it. That's it. Alright, after that, we go to the contract signing for Fastlane between Jimmy and Solo, taking on John Cena and AJ. So we have Adam Pearce in the ring to make this official, and then John Cena comes out. So we're waiting for AJ to come out, but he doesn't come out. Then we cut to the back, where Jimmy beats the fucking hell out of him in front of some, equipment, on top of the equipment. Then he throws him over the equipment. Then we see Solo on top of this big fucking, I don't know what it was, a lighting structure. And then Jimmy's like, do it. Then we see Solo go, ah! And then he does a superfly splash onto AJ, presumably through a table. And AJ is knocked out. Cena's like running for his life. I gotta save him! Too late, John! Too fucking late. So we go there, we go to break, we come back, referees and agents like Jason Jordan come in, other people come in, the medics come in, they try to move the equipment to get to AJ, they finally do, then we see a spark come out of the freaking lighting equipment, almost electrocutes like 3 people. Would have been nice if Solo jumped off the lighting grid, and then as he splashed AJ, boom! FMW! Kind of like remember what happened when the late great Bray Wyatt was facing LA Knight in that Mountain Dew pitch black match? And he brought him over to that stage light thing, and then Uncle Howdy dove off with a big time senton splash onto Eli Drake, and then the whole thing exploded. That was FMW like, man. I love that. It would have been nice if we had that in that segment, but we didn't. We had a little bit of spark. Maybe Tony Khan probably maybe would have done that. We all know how Tony Khan does with explosions. Oh, boy. Anyway, so we come back from break. AJ is put in the ambulance, going to a local medical facility, or hospital. We see the lovely Mia Yim get in the ambulance with him, and then Carl Anderson, talks to Cena, and he is pissed. I mean, Carl Anderson legit is pissed. He gets in the ambulance and basically tells Cena, it's like, I told AJ not to get involved with the Bloodline and see what happens. Yeah, but why were you out there with it? Why didn't you save him? Why didn't you save him? You're just there and catering. AJ's hurt. I don't care. Fucking bullshit. Alright, I gotta put on Collision. Give me a second, guys. Give me a second. Well, I might not be able to put on Collision because my TV might be. Well, there it goes. It's raining like cats and dogs here, so not raining hard, but we got that. Alright, we got Collision tonight. It's gonna be fucking epic tonight. Ricky Starks against Bryan Danielson. Yes! In a Texas death match. Can you say a lot of blood? Oh yeah. We got that. We got a 3-way for the TNT title between Darby Allin. How you doing? I come from Seattle. I'm gonna win the belt tonight. Taking on Luchasaurus and Christian. Basically in the 2-on-1 handicap match for the TNT title. FTR against the Workhorseman JD Drake and say his name and he appears. I believe in Anthony Henry. So they're gonna be fighting tonight. I think that's it. Got some other matches on the program. So we are live from Grand Rapids, Michigan, the home state of RVD Rob Van Dam. you suck. So he's in action tonight. I forget who he's even facing. I don't even give a shit. Probably some local indie talent. Or maybe like Serpentico or some shit. I don't even care. So we got that. So anyway, so they take AJ to the hospital, and it's like, I told him not to get involved in this Bloodline bullshit. So then we see Paul Heyman, Nice Man, Paul Heyman, Solo, and Jimmy go back to the ring. And Heyman says Cena is now minus a partner for Fastlane. Jimmy is laughing up a storm. And then Cena just comes out running on Super Cena strength, Super Cena speed. And then basically tries to take him on 2-on-1. That don't work. Solo loads up the Samoan spike. And Cena, he hits Cena right in the face with it. I loved it. I loved it. Knocked him out. And then Jimmy's just like sitting on the top rope. See? You see? You see what happens when you mess with the Bloodline? He's like throwing up the ones. Throw up the ones, ladies and gentlemen. Like we do to the tribal chief. Must acknowledge the chief and acknowledge the purge, goddammit. You will, because you have. You have and you will for the rest of your goddamn life. That's pretty much it. So anyway, so Jimmy, he stays on top. Then he goes up to the, he's kind of on the middle rope. Then he kind of makes his way to the top rope. Then he says, I'm going to splash this guy. He hits the Superfly splash on Cena, really knocking him out. Then he picks up the contract. And Heyman's like, no, don't sign the contract. Don't sign the contract. And Jimmy, being the hothead that he is, signs the contract. And then he gives it to Solo. Solo's like, Paul,
what do I do here?
And Paul's like, I don't know, you signed the contract. You signed it. I don't give a shit. So now both of them sign. Cena already signed. So he doesn't have a partner right now. So Jimmy goes back up top again, hits another Superfly splash onto the contract. Oh, that had to hurt. And then basically they pose. We the ones, you number twos. And that's basically it. So that ends Smackdown. And, well, Cena is looking for a partner. And from what the report said last night, it was supposed to be Eli Drake. That's not an insult. That's a fact of life. He was supposed to come out. His original segment got cut. And then he was supposed to come in for the main event segment for the contract signing and be seen as partner. But sadly, last night he came down with COVID. So they had to take him out for precautionary reasons. So he contracted COVID. I think he'll be fine for next week's SmackDown. But we'll have to see about that. But I do see Eli and Cena, craziest team ever, teaming up against Solo and Jimmy, and probably will win that match. Probably. I think it's obvious, but it's probability that they will win. But we'll see what happens with that. I think Eli will probably go into Adam Pearce's, or maybe they'll do something with Cena and the Bloodline next week. And the Bloodline come out. And it's like, oh, Cena don't have a partner. And then Cena comes out. It's like, oh, I do have a partner. And this man. And then Eli comes out. Or Cena tries to get revenge again for what happened last week. He gets beat up 2-on-1. And then Eli saves him. And then maybe at the end of the segment, he gets on the mic and says, I'm going to be your partner. Yeah! Because if you do remember, if you've been following along, remember when Paul Heyman and Eli Drake were in Adam Pearce's office and then they had that little introduction? It's the little things you miss. I think Eli's going to start getting into this Bloodline storyline where maybe, I think it leads to maybe Roman getting involved, coming in and it's like, I beat the fuck out of Eli. Because Eli's on this mega push right now. So, I think WWE's going to push him to a title match with Roman, and that's a bad idea, but, still. I mean, who's Roman going to face at Crown Jewel? There you go. You have Eli there to get smashed, stacked, pinned, but he still looks good. He's not going to get buried. The fans are going to complain and bitch because they're fucking marks, that they are. but he still looks good. He's still going to be one of the big time faces on SmackDown. He's not going to get buried. And the only thing that could, that would really be great for him, he gets the title match and then he wins the Royal Rumble. Then maybe, just maybe, he's like, oh, I lost to Roman. Let's go after the World Heavyweight Championship, whether it be Seth Rollins, Nakamura, Damian Priest, whoever it is. He wins it at WrestleMania 40, big time moment. The fans go nuts. And then he just goes from SmackDown to Raw. But, I mean, you could put Eli Drake's name in the hat for the Royal Rumble to win the Royal Rumble. I still think it's going to be, what did I pick? I think I picked Walter, I think. Yeah, I think I picked Walter to win. I think I had Walter or Solo to win originally. But people saying Cody's gonna repeat. No. Nope. Nope. Because we know if Cody does win, he's gonna go after freaking Roman. You know that's gonna be happening. But if the plans for Roman and Dwayne kind of continue to fizzle out, I mean, Dwayne did say he's open to do a match at WrestleMania 40. I mean, we have to see, but I think Roman and Rock has to be a lock for WrestleMania 40. You cannot do Roman Cody Part 2, because we all know what happened last year. Don't do that, because now the probability of Roman losing goes up a little bit. Not the Steiner math, goes up about 33.3%. But it is what it is. And that's it. So we'll see what happens with that as we get the fast lane, and then when Roman eventually comes back by the end of October, going into Crown Jewel 5, November the 4th, I believe. Or the 3rd or 4th, I think it is. I forget what date it is. No, wait, is it 31st? Well, Halloween's on a Tuesday. 1st, 2nd. I think it's the 5th, actually. 4th to the 5th of November. Because we got Full Gear on November the 18th. So, I think it is the 4th. I was right the first time. So, November the 4th is Crown Jewel. And then 2 weeks after that is Full Gear 5. And then the week after that, which is Thanksgiving weekend, we got the Survivor Series, the return of War Games in Chicago. And that's it. And then December comes, and, well, we technically have an AEW pay-per-view. Don't know what day yet. They're thinking about December the 29th, which is a Friday night. So we have to see on that. I think they might change it to earlier in December. But really, there is nothing in December. No, as far as we know right now, no NXT pay-per-view as of right now, because the next one is No Mercy, September the 30th. Then they're going to have Halloween Havoc, which will probably be on Halloween for NXT. That'll be live on Halloween. I don't think they'll do anything in November, because it's discombobulated. So they might do a pay-per-view in December. So then AEW might counter that and do something right before Christmas or maybe before New Year's. So there you go. That'll end the year for pay-per-views. And we got Bound for Glory, October the 21st. And then their little rinky-dink shows are just on pay-per-view, not major pay-per-views like, Slammiversary or something like that, but, Yeah, so we got a few more pay-per-views to go, major pay-per-views to go. And then we're done. And then we start January, Wrestle Kingdom 18. Can't wait for that. Then we got the Royal Rumble, January the 27th, from Tampa Bay, Florida. AEW might start the year with their 12 pay-per-view. They're going to go every month with a pay-per-view, so I don't know how that's going to work. I think it'll be probably around in the middle of January, so I don't think they want to do something like the weekend of the Royal Rumble. But we'll see what Tony Godman has up his sleeve. And that's pretty much it. Alright, so that ends my review. Thanks for watching. Smackdown, pretty decent show, so I gave it a solid 6.5 out of 10 stars. I was going to give it a 7, but I kind of scaled it back a little bit. It's my review, my ratings. I can say and do whatever the fuck I want. If you don't like it, get the fuck out. Do your own video with your own rating. And that's it. So, 6.5 out of 10 stars for Smackdown. It's a pretty decent show, and we'll see what happens next week on the program. And that's pretty much it. We got Raw on Monday night. Cody is going to open the show. Shinsuke Nakamura is going to respond to Seth Rollins' challenge for Fastlane. I think we got a couple other matches on Raw. I forget where they are, but it's going to be an exciting night on Raw. And then NXT this Tuesday night. The go-home show before No Mercy next Saturday. Then we got Dynamite this coming Wednesday night. Go-home show before Wrestle Dream. Rampage next week at its regularly scheduled time. Not 2 hours, back at 1 hour on Friday night. SmackDown as well. And then Collision next Saturday night, live from Seattle, the night before Wrestle Dream, also in Seattle. So we got a long, next week is a big, long week. And we're going to get to all of it. We're going to do predictions for Wrestle Dream and No Mercy. We're going to do reviews as well on the Peter Joseph channel. So stay tuned for that. So the next 2 weeks, a lot of stuff coming up. Reviews, news, all that good shit. So please hit that bell. Subscribe to my channels. And tell your friends. All the reviews and analysis and predictions, reviews for the pay-per-views coming up, No Mercy, Wrestle Dream, and Fastlane. And then we're pretty much back on a semi-normal schedule as we go through the month of October into November, where we got 3 big pay-per-views, Crown Jewel, Full Gear, and Survivor Series. And we got Thanksgiving. And then we start December, the greatest month in the world. We head for the end of the year. And hopefully I will be here throughout this whole entire year. But there's things that may hinder it, but hopefully not. But we'll see. And that's that. Alright, everybody, I'm going to go finish watching Collision. Darby Allin's getting the living shit bit out of him by Luchasaurus and Christian. So we'll see what happens with that. Sting is barred from ringside, so that kind of sucks for Darby. So has Nick Wayne maybe come out and help, but we'll see. And that's pretty much it. Alright, I'm going to get out of here. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm Peter Joseph signing off. Peace out, rock on, and rock hard with your Cocoot. And if you're not down with that, well, you're a bunch of fuckboys. And I, and everybody else, we all got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man. That's it. Until next time. Peace. Ha!